Daniela. This is my first YouTube video. I honestly don't even know how to edit. I don't have a camera. I'm literally recording on my MacBook. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start yapping. But I wanted to talk today about how I believe that pain is at the root of wisdom. And what I mean by this is that I think some of the people who have the most wisdom in life are people who have gone through very difficult situations, sometimes situations that most people don't experience. And I'm not romanticizing like suffering or anything like that. I also think that there's just some things that are very shitty and evil and there's nothing to be learned from it. But I do think that when you go through things, you also learn a lot of stuff and you learn about yourself. And not only that, I think that the things that we go through in this life are making us stronger and they're also preparing us for the next season in our life. I keep saying I think. I need to know. I do know. I just question myself a lot. But, anyways, a lot of times when something difficult happens in our life, we tend to kind of, I don't want to say get into this victim mentality, but we kind of do. We kind of ask ourselves, why is this happening to me? Like, we want to escape whatever it is that we're going through. But if you realize in the middle of when you're going through something, when you start questioning why it is that thing is happening to you and why does it have to occur, you should start asking yourself instead, what is this thing teaching me? Because many times in life, the difficulties that we go through are teaching us something. And it's our job to figure out what it is that thing is teaching you. For me personally, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was 19 years old. And for the longest time, I had no idea what was wrong with me. I had been through psychosis twice in my life, but obviously I didn't know that that's what I was experiencing. I just thought it was literally insane. I actually have a lot of crazy stories from when I was going through psychosis. But anyways, I have gone through a lot of pain and suffering, and for a very long time, I would pray and I would pray, and I would just be like, why? I felt like, why was I so unlucky that I had to be bipolar, and why do I have to experience all of this? For a very long time, I just wish I was normal. And if I really go back and if I really want to put myself back into that victim mentality, my mental illness, it stole so much from my life. Like, genuinely, it stole so much. And there's a lot of things that I wish I could have experienced. Like, for example, going through college. I didn't do that well in undergrad. I wish I could have done better. But I was grappling with this mental illness, and I could get stuck there, right? I could get stuck in, wow, I'm so unlucky, it's so unfair that I had to go through all that, right? But instead, what I think and what has brought me peace in my suffering is that I believe that I know this is crazy, but I believe that God gave me this mental illness, or maybe even God didn't give it to me. I think that before I came to this earth, I decided that I wanted to go through this, that I wanted to experience life with this mental illness, and I believe that the reason why I chose that was because my mental illness is my biggest gift in this life. I want to be a psychologist. And the reason why is because of everything that I've gone through. My pain has become my purpose. I think I went through all of that because it gives me a unique perspective to be able to help people who are also suffering in the same way that I have before. And I also think I forgot. I don't know. But anyways, a lot of the things that you go through, maybe they're not going to be that big, right? Maybe it's not going to become your purpose. But I do 100% believe that the hard difficulties that we go through life and the difficult situations that we are in are teaching us something. And if it's not teaching us anything, it is at least making you stronger. I know that's cliche. I know it is. But seriously, I mean, look back to difficult situations that you've gone through in life, right? And I bet you can, if you really think about it, think about whatever situation you went through. And for some weird reason, and this is the way the earth aligns, is that thing probably prepared you for something else in the future, right? 100%. 100%. Everything that you go through prepares you for different seasons in your life. And, I think we all want to arrive somewhere, right? We all have different goals. And many times, failures and setbacks and difficult situations are what makes you strong enough to achieve your goals, and not to only achieve them, but to keep them. You have to go through shit to grow. You really do. The only way to evolve in this lifetime is to go through pain and suffering. And I also think that one of the most difficult things about Earth is all these unpleasant emotions that we feel, right? There's like so many bad things that we experience, and sometimes we're sad, sometimes we're angry, sometimes we feel hopeless, and there's all these range of emotions, right? But the beautiful thing about being on Earth is that you experience all these range of emotions. I don't know what you believe. This is what I believe. I believe that in the spiritual realm, you are 100%, or spiritual realm, heaven, whatever it is that you believe. I believe that when we're there, we're at peace, right? We're just at peace. That's all we feel. We're tranquil. We don't have anything pressing us emotionally, right? And I mean, that's all good and dandy. That's amazing. But you don't learn as much there. You come to Earth to learn and evolve, because Earth is the only place that you can learn and evolve. If you only experience positive emotions, you just wouldn't grow. You wouldn't learn anything, and that's the point I'm making, is that you need to learn to have radical optimism. And radical optimism isn't what it sounds like, right? It's not toxic positivity. It's not being so overly optimistic that you gloss over your problems. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being optimistic in the sense that that any difficult thing that you experience in this life, you accept it and you learn from it. Failures and setbacks are moments for you to evolve and to learn and to change. But you're never going to evolve if you're getting stuck in that victim mindset of, why is this happening to me? Because trust me, there's a lot of fucked up shit in this life. By the way, also, there's a lot of evil in this world. A lot of evil. Like, all the genocides that are happening right now. Congo, Sudan, Palestine. I know there's a lot more, but those are the top of my head. And I'm not saying that there's anything to be learned from things like that, there's some difficult things, not even difficult, there's evil things in this world that it's just evil. That's it. You don't learn anything from it. But I will say that for most people, a lot of difficult situations and a lot of the suffering that you go through, there is something to be learned there. You're not just going through things for no reason. You know, you probably, before you came to Earth, I know it's crazy. I'm crazy. Whatever. If you're watching my video, I'm hoping that this video is being sent to like-minded people who kind of believe the same things that I do. But before you come to this earth, you choose things that you want to learn, right? How you want to evolve. You know, you have a bunch of past lives, and in every past life, there's been lessons that you've learned, right? And then there's also lessons that you never learned. So before you come to Earth, you kind of say, what do I want to evolve in? What do I want to learn? And you choose situations that are happening in this lifetime, and you choose it, and you go through it, and hopefully you learn your lesson on Earth while you have the time, the chance to. So yeah, that was my rant, and this is my first YouTube video. I'm going to try to edit this, but the girl has no idea what she's doing. So honestly, I might just post this raw. I don't really know. But yeah, bye.